All right. So welcome everyone to our evening of with the co-authors of Navigating Home, the Sacred Evolutionary Consortium Dowsers. And we have tonight is a really special evening where we're inviting the voices from the field, the case study stories that are in the books. We have the blessing of some of our really endearing participants, really earth angels who who participated and allowed us to tell the stories in this book, so the book, and I know so Navigating Home, let's see how I can't really do it here, but you can see it behind me, Navigating Home. And I think I'll just put myself on just spotlight just for a moment so I can, okay. So good evening, everyone. And I'm Shelley Darling, and I'm the founder of Evolutionary Dowsing and the initiator of the Sacred Evolutionary Dowsing Consortium. And for some of you, that might be a new, something new that's just come into your field. And for many of us, the co-authors of this book, some of us have been here since 2015 when the impulse of evolution nudged, and there was a calling to bring a group of planetary healers, earth stewards, dowsers together to really weave our wisdom and begin to interpret life as a collective and how we really maintain what we call resonance, that vibratory field, that sympathetic frequency where we are not only working in alignment with our own heart, we're not only working in resonance with the group heart, but we're attuning our consciousness and attention and intention to the earth, to schools, watersheds, landscapes, and coming together to enhance, renew, revitalize these places, not just sacred sites, but to create environments that really uphold a high vibration and support humanity's vision, our vision as humanitarians to create environments that are thriving, and that are in this book, Navigating Home, restoring wholeness with earth. So that's really a key word, even though sometimes you'll see it not capitalized, with earth together. So a lot of times we say peace on earth, but we're really invoking tonight an opportunity to play in the field and listen to some of these stories and join each other of how, when we do it together, something really magnificent happens. And for us, having this book in hand is an evolution in itself. So I'm going to just remove myself from the spotlight because I just want to see everybody and have everybody see each other. So I want to just introduce the co-authors of the book so that you can just see who they are. So, and I'm just going to go across my screen. So Nalasa Cutler, Najma Ahern, Tyson Bannigan, Deborah Cruz, Charlie Riverman, and Shanti Hart Hollinger. We are the 7 co-authors. And the thing about this book, so when people write an anthology, a lot of times we know there's umpteen different co-authors, and everybody writes a chapter and then can call themselves an author. And what we intended from the very get-go of this journey was to work together as one voice. So we had to become the embodied models of what this book really offers to each one of you, where we had to learn how to meet our triggers. We had to learn how to move within a field and to create safety for one another, and to be able to be in a field where that conscious, deep listening is happening, where we can sit back in our bodies and really have the fullness, the receptivity. That's been a really big word lately. The receptivity and reciprocity of what not only what we have to say, but what does the earth have to say? What does the land have to say? What does the school have to say? So we're excited tonight, and I wanted to introduce, some of I think when I introduce people, I'll say there's field advisors here. So field advisors, you'll find them at towards the end of the book. There were original field advisors that came and brought their wisdom. They weren't part of the full 12-week consortium, but they came in and they really influenced the field with their magnificence, with their skills. So such as, let's see who's here. So I know Marty Lucas there. So Marty Lucas, he's just been a gem. He not only was a field advisor, but he also came as part of the consortium, bringing his wisdom of radionics. Let's see, who else do we have? Deborah Harnett is a feng shui master, bringing her wisdom and feng shui of 2,000-year-old ancient wisdom forward to the collective. And she came and worked with us with a school last year. And then I think that's who I see are the field advisors that are here. And Catherine Parker, I want to just say, just sent me a message. She was to be here tonight. She was a field advisor, you'll find her, and she really brought into the beauty, a deeper understanding of resonance and her work, Resonance Alchemy. So all of these things coming in as energies into the collective whole. And then tonight with us is Joanne Burden, who's, whoops, I just turned on. Whose story of the land in Massachusetts, the conservation land that was 500 acres that were saved, and she'll share a little bit about that. And Ms. Amani, who has this incredible piece of land in North Carolina. So we're so happy to see you, and she's out on her land. How cool is that? Amazing. And the beauty of what happened on her land, and she'll get to share with us the continuation of even making it through those floods last year. Welcome, Heidi. And Ecole is with us, and her story ties in with the hi, good to see you. Ooh. Ties in with the tiny house community in Portland, Oregon. So that's what I can see right now. If I've missed anyone, you will have a chance to speak. And here comes Nancy Jaconis. So we're excited to really open it up in a different way. And even I don't have any idea of how this is going to cohere. But I also want to mention, then we also have Joanne Vollmer with us and some of our Sacred Evolutionary Dowsing Consortium participants that are just coming from literally a week or two ago. We worked on some land in Washington, D.C. As a consortium. So blessings, everyone. Thank you for coming. Where to begin tonight? So let's begin with a heart resonance. And I'm going to invite on the spot, I keep feeling Najma. I'm going to invite, so Najma is in Australia, and maybe when you speak, just let people know where you are. And because tonight we're here for really only an hour, although if it wants to go a little bit longer, we can stay on, but there will be those that will need to leave. So could you just bring us into a sense of resonance of the heart, just a short resonance? Beautiful. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm speaking to you from far north Queensland in Australia, the traditional lands of the gerbil people, the rainforest people. My mountain is Mount Bartle Frere, the highest mountain in Queensland, and my river is the Millstream, the upper reaches of the Herbert River. And I'd like to invite you all just to become aware of your breath and just start taking a few slow, deep breaths into your belly and really grounding yourself on the land in which you stand, giving thanks for the ancestors who walked this land before us. And I have huge amount of rainbow lorikeets behind me that are competing for the sound today, so I hope it's not too disturbing for you. They bring their own vibration. So as you're feeling your feet on the ground and conscious of your breath, I now invite you to rise up to that joy point and arms length above your head, where the right and left hemispheres of the brain, where we become one. And then slowly, slowly from that place, connecting to your spirit guides and connecting to all of us in this circle right now, all around the world. This amazing circle of brilliance that's come together to celebrate the release of navigating home, restoring wholeness with Earth together. And from that place of brilliance and resonance and connectedness, journey down now into your heart space and allow that light and love to fill up and expand outward wherever it wants to land. And just another long, deep breath, slowly coming back into this circle of this Zoom call and opening your eyes. And here we are. Thank you.
Beautiful, Naj. Thank you so much. And I don't know about you, but we already feel a shift in the energy. We're already open. I just want to ask the person who's 828 number if you could identify yourself through a message to myself.
It's my father.
Oh, it is. Okay, perfect. Hi, David. Great. I just wanted to make sure. We just need to be conscious when we're putting a public Zoom link on. So welcome. I also see Catherine Wallman here, who beautifully came into the consortium at one point, and you'll read about her story in the very first chapter of the book. So I want to, because tonight we have the opportunity to have this, the people behind the voices behind the stories. I would love, starting with Joanne, maybe Ms. Amani, and Nicole, I don't know if you're open to sharing, but just like a 2-minute share of like what just highlighted for you in terms of maybe working with the consortium and the actual project that we were doing and how that why would we put this in the book? Why was it important for people to understand and what magic happened for you? So that's a lot of questions, but just to be willing to just share something. And by the way, just for everyone's to know that not everyone has gotten a book yet. So they might just be coming in cold. I know that my shipment just came today. So and just know that that's fine, So Joanne, would you love to I'm putting you on the spot. And you can pass if you want to.
Well, hello everyone. It's really nice to see all of you again. I think the collaborative effort with the land trust I was working with, along with the Dowsing Consortium, we were all able to kind of get on the same level, the same consciousness, for the good of the land. And I really think that this came through, with this project because we were successful. It did come to fruition. I'm very grateful for all of the support and help all the way around. I continue my efforts, on the ground as a warrior, um, and certainly could use some help right now because I've been battling some really horrific environmental polluters in our region. It's kept me very busy, but I continue to fight the good fight. But again, good things can happen when people work together.
Beautiful. Thank you, Joanne. And Ms. Amani, it's so good to see, but I can't tell you how incredible it is to feel this cycle and see all of you here tonight and Ms. Amani, just so endearing.
Thank you. Welcome back. Gratitude and blessings open the way. Gratitude and blessings open the way. Hey, 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 hey. Give thanks for the opportunity to be here together in this time and in this place. I've been building a little fire over there for us for the launch of this book. And I'm not really sure what to say, honestly. I was in quite a lot of tragedy in my life when the work was here. And so it was very helpful to not be alone on the land. And it was very helpful to realign some energies that were a little bit divergent. And it was a really wonderful experience to be in relationship with people who think in similar ways that I do and respond in similar ways that I do and listen to a sense of guidance that isn't of the mind. I'm flipping through here to see your faces because I'm just seeing mine.
Here,
And
hold
I
on.
know what they look like.
There we go.
So, yeah, it's way easier for me to respond to a question. So I'm just going to go ahead and pass the feather. And if you have a question, please ask. And just deep gratitude. The land is still quiet. I'm still waiting for the people to arrive. There had been a small community forming here, and that changed about a year ago, 9 months ago. I feel that this place is truly one of the most important places on the planet for the sustainability and of life. It is, me, we're all janitors with a drum or janitors with a dowsing rod. And so I really appreciate the fact that, that I wasn't, that I had a crew, a team of people to do that work with and do that play and that prayer with. And I really appreciate the sensitivity because this place is very, very, it's a vortex, it amplifies everything. And the last time that we checked, as far as the resident field, it started out when it was first told to me, it was 400 miles, and the last time it was tracked to 2,000 miles. So, it's and that was a year ago that it was tracked at that point. So, yeah, so it's this work works. and it's really it really did change a lot of things in my life, and for that I'm grateful. And as I said, it's like, now that the vessel has been tuned, it's time for the people to arrive, and or it's time for me to pass this on to the next person, because I know that I came here with a purpose to clean this place up, and that has been accomplished. And so moving into the next phase is a bit of a challenge for me at this moment.
Mm.
Swananoa, North Carolina,
Yeah, right.
homelands of the Salagi, and the Catawba, and the Swananoa River watershed.
Thank you, Amani. I was going to ask you too to just say where you were, and I guess, I mean, it's so funny because I want to say so much more, but get the book if you don't have it, because everyone's story in the book is quite extraordinary. And it's a living story because, like, as Amani was saying, by the time the book gets published, the story is already 2 years old, so
Right.
so so we're due for another check-in, and also, just to hold that as you're reading, realizing that it's a living story going on. Thank you, Amani.
Can I say one other thing? Which
Absolutely.
you
Yeah.
mentioned? Yeah. So this region is you know, Helene, the effects of Helene in this region are, nothing like this has ever been seen on the planet before. And this is a peace chamber. Okay, this is dedicated to world peace. It's dedicated to the waters. We're on a ceremonial dance grounds. And so the amount of grief that has been experienced in this area through the loss of human life, animal life, wildlife. Almost 1 billion trees came down. Watersheds are completely changed. Um, it's very real. It's very real living with the earth here. It's very real living with the earth here. And yeah, so I'm a resonant being with the earth, and I'm maybe perhaps a little more sensitive than most folks. But I appreciate, as a caretaker of earth here, that is really quite, I mean, there's significant damage, but it's not like in the valley. Swananoa was one of the hardest hit areas in the storm. And, um, I had 3 experiences of trees coming really close to where I was sleeping in the morning in my tiny house. One that landed on my car and took out my car, and one that brushed the chamber. No, so I don't have a car anymore. So I'm very close to the land. I'm living very close with the land. And that's, in a lot of ways, I feel like it is to help the energy move. So I appreciate anybody who feels called to help the energy move, because she's asking for that.
We'll be calling you. We'll come and check in, Amani. We feel you and feel the love. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing so deeply. Taking a breath. So this is how the consortium works here in a living experience, because when we're working together, if emotions start to move, we move with it, we stay with it, we listen. This is part of the beauty of working as a collective. Yeah. All right. So how about, let's see, Catherine, are you, yeah, okay. Kathy, do you want to just share I mean, here you are, and Kathy came not knowing anything about land work, and with Grace, and the two of them just took it on and came and were part of the consortium, and her story became part of the living story as in the very beginning of the first chapter of the book. So just and we want to try and keep these to like 1.5 minutes so that we can let everyone, and I want to invite everyone to share. Actually, Kathy, let me have Ecole share because she was actually and then I'll come back to you. Sorry. Ecole, you disappeared and then showed up again. There you go. Hi. Is it okay?
Hi.
Can I put you on spotlight for a minute so we can see you?
Sure.
All
And
right.
I'm gonna actually flip my
Oh, wait,
camera around, and I'm gonna be here with you at the place that you helped us.
I'm gonna cry.
Ah. So my boy wants to say hi. That's one of the evolutions that has occurred. Um, yeah, I mean, Shelley was here for a while, as was her daughter and her daughter's husband and her grandchild, and we all worked together. There was a lot of conflict in this place when at the beginning, and Shelley just helped us navigate through some hard times and identified some things that we could do on the land. And I honestly, I just have so much gratitude for living in this place. It has evolved over time, um, to become an incredibly peaceful, cohesive community. And, it's like I feel so lucky and blissed out that, it's like it's hard to tell sometimes the impacts that you're having in the world, even if it's your own small bubble, but I feel like this community in the middle of Portland, Oregon is an opportunity to model what cohesive living and community living can feel like and look like. And there's not a whole lot of it there's a bunch of it going on in Portland, but there's not a whole lot of it. I'm sorry, buddy, I'm in the middle of talking. I have two new foster kids, so that's part of the evolution of what happened here. And it's just, it's become a place for family as well, which has been super sweet. And I don't really know what else to say other than I just have a lot of gratitude for, like, it's little examples. Like, this whole area was a positive vortex that Shelley identified. And it's like kind of one of the places that we gather. And it's become a very central, beautiful, peaceful place where we laugh and we have joy. And, where some of the negative energies were there was a lot of conflict in the back where there's tiny houses, and there's just none of that now. Like, we all work so well together. And so, whether that's evolution or the dowsing or whatever it is what it is. And it's become something beautiful. So I just have a lot of gratitude. And I will also say that I did get my book. And when I opened it up and I started reading, fostering is a lot of work and chaos. And as soon as I opened the book, and you start to forget, I have been having a hard time remembering the priorities of the earth when you suddenly have a family to take care of. And the book brought me right back. I was just like, okay, this is what I need. This is what I need to remember. This is like the bigger picture of what I'm going to go for. So I just feel gratitude even with the first like chapter that I've read. So thank you for that.
Oh my
I
God.
can't. There's no one in the house.
Oh my gosh.
And
Ecole,
I'm just gonna introduce. This is
yes,
B.
please. I can't.
Say
What?
hi. Hi.
Hi.
Where is she? She's in the back.
That is
All right.
so awesome. You have so much love. Like, you guys, this is a living ecstatic experience. I mean, the fact that there are foster kids on this land with Ecole, you have no idea. So go read the story and we'll give you the update. That's amazing. I can't wait. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And you're so blessed. Thank you. And those kids are so blessed. Wow. Who knew? That's incredible. I'm sure all of the co-authors are just like going like, what? Wow. Okay, let's take a breath. So just to be clear with the tiny house, I did start that on my own because my daughter was living there. And there was a point where it became very clear the consortium had to get involved, and we involved the whole consortium and began to work with the whole community. And you'll read more about that story of how that really evolved. And as the what we know about dowsing is as the energy rises, anything other than love has to shift. And that's what Ecole is describing, this pure frequency of love that has cascaded in that environment. So how amazing is that? Okay, Kathy.
If I can unmute here. So good to see you guys. It's been a long time. Oh my gosh. But I will say it's just such a joyful, important community. And from the very beginning with Charlie and Tyson and Shell going to, doing our few things and Grace coming in on it. But all of you guys, I follow you. I count on you in the work I'm doing. And I think the amazing thing is it's a foundation. It's truly a foundation of love and a foundation of connection. And never ever underestimate the power of each individual in a particular circumstance. Joanne, I think of you all the time with the work that you're doing, the land work in your area. I've been lucky enough to travel a lot. In every place that I've traveled, I've gotten called. Every place there's been work. And I've gotten called to some different paths, but still continue to do the land work wherever I am. And that's really my love. But the foundation of the consortium, the short time I was in it in the beginning, but the love of everyone, the conviction, the commitment, the importance of it in the universe all the time. I see it all the time. So I'm truly glad to be here tonight and to reconnect with you guys and know, I'm sure you do know, that you're on my mind and in my heart all the time, and it fuels my journey. And it's kind of cool that from this center that emanates light and love, we journey in our own ways. We have people from everywhere. And we're going in our own directions, knowing that our foundation is solid. And it's a good, solid love foundation. Love and light, love and light. Yeah. So thank you all for that. Good to see faces. Yes. Thank you.
Just amazing. This is a deep celebration. Okay. Gosh, I think I want to just pop it open. And we will hear from, you're going to meet us in the book, the consortium authors. But let's pop it open for people who are here who have been part of the consortium. Deborah, do you want to jump in? Marty Lucas, do you want to jump in? And then we'll.
Can I say something really quick first? I just want to say I came and started with the book a little bit late, and I have gone through this book extremely thoroughly. Read it like 5 times already during all the editing and just fine tuning the different stories and everything. And I feel like I know all of you so well, and this is my first time meeting all of you. And so I just want to really say thank you so much for everyone that's spoken. It's really beautiful to put an actual face and an energy to a name and a story. And I just feel really honored to be here and seeing you all. And thank you for the Seed Consortium and Shelley and everyone for inviting me in. And just thank you for allowing us to share your stories and having this work really create the book that is now available for so many. So I just wanted to acknowledge all of you and my place in this as well.
Okay.
Really, I'd like to follow Nalasa to say real quickly that
No, it's fine.
I stepped back after a few hours, after a few years, And I feel like it was Nalasa passing the torch on for the relay race. She filled in where I stepped back, and she brought such a huge piece of it, and we're still all together. Thank you.
Thank you, Shanti. Amazing. Yeah. Okay, so we're just going to popcorn this. I can feel the energies just like so. So when you feel like you want to jump in, and if it gets too much of a space, I'll invite someone. But just pop in. What is your heart saying? What do you want to share with the group? And I do just want to acknowledge. There's Marty. Okay, Marty, you want to pop in? Of course you do.
Sure. One of the things that I find fascinating about this group is not just the work that the consortium has done, but the seeds that it's planted and that have touched any number of other groups that I'm associated with, and even groups that I get introduced to that have seemed to have stumbled upon that same the type of connection and that same drive. And so the stories in the book are very powerful, but I think even more powerful than that are the seeds that the consortium has planted and the energy that is spreading from the work that you folks have done. So um, I'm I'm so tickled that several years ago I was invited to participate because it is really a special group. So thank you, Shelley.
Thank you, Marty. And I think Deborah, thank you. I just want to throw in, so also what you're reminding me of is that, this book isn't like Najma was saying, it's not just for dowsers. Anyone can take the principles and use this for any group. Like if this pops in and inspires you, take it, run with it. This is what the book is all about. So Deborah, would you like to jump in? Looks like you're.
I wanted to say thank you for including me. I'm really touched to be part, to just, hear all of you and hear your shares. I feel like the world needs love so desperately, and myself included. And it's so lovely to be with everyone's, their energy so yummy tonight. And I feel so blessed to be with everyone. And I especially want to thank Shelley, because Shelley, you have just been two things in my mind. You've been like the Energizer Bunny, just go, go, keep doing, having the faith and pushing forward. But you've also been the Love Bunny. You just loved and loved and loved and touched my heart.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Received. Mark, go ahead, pop in. Nice to meet you. And please stay where you are. Usually we introduce ourselves by our watersheds and the indigenous people of the land that's part of this work. But tonight, just pop in and just let people know where you're calling in from.
I'm from Cornwall, UK, Southwest. I'd just like to share a beautiful experience I had this morning today. To give you some background, I'm caring for my mother at the moment, who is very close to death. And I went down to the Merry Maidens, which is a site that I care for Caspin, which I go every month, and I'm a keen dowser, so I do a lot of dowsing there. This group from Wiltshire turned up, and I was watching them, and I was seeing the reverence and the blessings of the stones and the offerings, and which it's nice to see the reverence that was held around that, because it is a sacred space. And lo and behold, they started a pipe ceremony, and I was called in, which was a great honour, as I'm very much in the Native American ilk, and through that I was I released some energy around my mom, and it was very powerful for me. And to see the collective working on the land, and I know from my doing ceremonies that working with the land opens up the land. It opens up the ley lines, and there's also a local group now down here that have started a 4 year, well, I wouldn't say a course, but a 4 year thing with meditating with all the sites locally. So I've joined that, and I'm sure once I get more time that I should be a big part of that. And I thank you for the work you're doing, and I really appreciate this work, and it's very much needed in this time to hold Mother Earth in a good place.
Thank you so
Whispering
much.
Wind, I've spoken.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Nice. Amazing. Yeah. I want to also invite our co-authors if this want to pop in. Anybody want to pop in?
Rita recently joined. Welcome.
Yep.
I don't know if you missed her, Shell, but we're just going around saying nice things, really.
Hi, Rita. Yes, we've been talking a lot. She's become a follower of Hamish Miller. Joanne, do you want to pop in and just share anything that's moving from you from being here tonight and your experience of the consortium? And Joanne just joined for the very first time the consortium.
Hi, everyone. I am here in the northern part of New Hampshire in the White Mountains in the watershed of the Pemigewasset River. So this was my first year experience with the consortium, which was just an incredibly beautiful, exquisite weaving together of like mind, like souls of people who love the land. And our meetings were so orchestrated to begin with the heart resonance attunement, which absolutely shifts the energy so that all the participants experience a freedom in a way to be held and to share. And with that, become aware of things that you know that you didn't know because there's a field and a holding to open up to that. And I experienced a shift in confidence and an opening of intuitive experiences. So there were like many personal gifts that I experienced, as well as a great joy in the discovery of our the resonance in the land and waters of the project that we were focused on. So I'm so grateful, Shelley, and to everyone that's been a part of this just past consortium, and looking forward to many, many more adventures, and really love and appreciate you all.
Lovely, beautiful, Joanne.
I'd
Heidi,
like to add something.
yeah, go ahead.
Joanne, I had the good fortune to meet in 2019 directly. It was the month before I joined the consortium, and we met at Pam Montgomery's location at a Patrick McBanaway event. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, but Joanne coming into the consortium at this point, and also adding the beautiful story that she added. I'm not seeing what page it's on right this second, but just to me was one of those synchronicities that you can't make up. And preparing for this Q&A for the authors, I was thinking, what if somebody asks us what my siblings would probably ask, which is, Deb, how can you really know this stuff works? I mean, aren't you making up these synchronicities? And just having Joanne involved with it, to me, is more than enough. More than enough. Thank you, Joanne.
Deb,
thank you, everybody.
Actually, thank you for bringing that in. So that's on page 55, and that story was really amazing for everyone. So here we had been working on, I'm just going to go in one step deeper, and Heidi, I know you're waiting. So we've been working on the book for probably about 5 years. And Joanne's part of the White Mountain Dowsers, and I had come over, and there was such an incredible response that we created a weekend teaching. And in that teaching was somehow I was talking about the book, and all of a sudden Joanne said, I have a story to tell you. And it turned out it was the missing piece that was needed in the book in the Bethlehem story. And it really brought home, the energy of it was like, we talk about land whispering and we talk about land whispers, but this was the land whispering to us, it was completely different. And so thank you, Deb, for bringing that up, and the level of, I mean, when we're talking about radical earth heart resonance and that progression that Nalasa, actually, we haven't even talked about that. We were just on a call where Nalasa was talking about the 3 harmonic octaves, which we're not going to talk about tonight, but in a few minutes, I'll explain more about that in relationship to an offering that we're going to invite people to. So, but thank you. That's very exciting. Yeah. Heidi, go ahead.
Hi. I just wanted to know if I could share a song at the end.
Oh, of course. Absolutely.
I just felt moved after what I heard from Ms. Amani to share. So I thought maybe a song at the end might be good. It's like a 30-second minute type thing.
Awesome. That's a perfect way for us to end. Thank you. Absolutely. And don't let me forget. So I just want to check in with our co-authors. Charlie, you haven't shared anything, and is Tyson still? Tyson, I know you're here. Is there anything that you want to say in regards to?
I'll just speak to everyone. Bless you all. It's so wonderful to see each of you here, and know that each one of you, when you go through this book, will be enlightened by things that perhaps you already know, but it will confirm things that we don't even know. And this is the gift of what we've been working on in writing the book, is to open the heart of everyone who reads it so that they can reach their higher self, that wisdom of what to do next. And because the world needs that, Mother Earth needs this. And we are here as guardians and pillars to be defined and looked at and said, there is something we can do. So I just want to share that with you, and thank you all for your presence. Bless you. I hope you enjoy your trip through the work of 5 years.
Thank you. And Tyson, yes, you can pop in. And I just want to say something about Charlie, just an inside. About a year ago, Charlie, we had been going through numerous edits, and he was like, aren't we done with this? We don't need to read this again anymore, do we? And here we are a year and a half later, and just coming to a place of so much gratitude and stick with itness, Tice, do you want to pop in? Another one of our co-authors? Your hand is raised, but we don't see you. All right, well, we don't hear you. No. All right. We'll just, okay.
Can I actually just jump in here again, just for a brief
Right,
moment?
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I just honestly, because I was around when this project was beginning, and now I haven't seen the book yet, but I understand it's in fruition. I'm waiting for my copy, but it's was a Herculean effort. It was a Herculean effort of committed, heartfelt believers. It truly was. I mean, it's truly stunning. In the beginning, I thought, oh my God, how is this ever going to happen? There's so much stuff, there's so much amazing information, so many, inspirations and incidences of all these people. And yeah, 5 years and a lot of cooperation, a lot of editing, which I cannot even fathom. But I'm so thankful for it. And I can't wait to get my copy of the book. I just want to say I thank you. And it really, truly was a Herculean effort. I got it. I know it. I know it. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank everybody for this evening for sharing the experiences of how the book has impacted them, especially those that are part of the project. And Shelley, by the way, I can't turn my camera on because you've turned it off. So I just really appreciate getting caught up with those that are in the book and realizing that it has been it has been impacting so many lives, and that's really what this book is all about. Is that it's a continuous journey that will continue helping everybody understand that when we come from our heart individually and collectively, we can help transform the world. So thank you all for showing up tonight and sharing how the book has impacted you individually and the projects that you've been part of. So blessings to you all.
Thank you, Tyson.
Can I respond to Deborah's comment?
Go right ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for seeing the Herculean, I think you used the word Herculean task we took on. I want to say that and with great gratitude to the whole of the co-authors and particularly Shelley for this journey. As you know, the COVID story started in 2020. And I really think that it was our 2-3 hourly Zoom calls a week. I think it was. Well, it got to that at the end, but we were a massive number of hours. And in between, working on the book really, really, really anchored me and grounded me and kept me going through this whole time of the COVID lockdowns and everything else. To have this focus on of this helped me navigate those really difficult, turbulent waters we had going all around us. So I'll speak for myself. I lived the essence of the book, the heart resonance and coming into that connection with the earth and what's important. So I just wanted to thank Deborah for naming that, because it brought me out of my space and said, yes, that's true. So thank you everyone for showing up today. I'm really, really grateful to see all your faces, and it really makes it even more potent and joyous that this celebration we're having today. Thanks for everyone for bringing us to this moment.
Thank you, Naj. And that was Kathy who said that, just so they are.
Oh, sorry, Kathy.
I want to, Shanti, did you want to say something? Okay, after Shanti, because I just want to be aware of the hour and if people need to go. And welcome Nancy Jaconis and Robin Jaconis. So happy to have you. And Joyce Hollinger, and Kalima. Oh my gosh, more on you, more with what we're doing. So Shanti, say that, and then I want to just give a little bit of information. And if people want to stay on. Hi, Nance.
Well, just I loved hearing Kathy and Najma reiterating, talking about the just the efforts of the book, and we've heard from a variety of sources as we were doing this that in the beginning it was like, wait, you're all writing it together. No, you're not each writing a chapter. No, we're writing it together, and it started, with the outline. Well, that was months. Every word was written by everyone together well, most of it, except, Nalasa and I kind of traded off on bits. But it is a collective book. The words, when you see us and you read the words, it's our voices. And that can go into any field and any endeavor, that method of sharing. And it's all about, well, you have to read the book to find out how, but you can do it too.
Yeah.
And that's my sister that's on the call, and I'm so excited. Hi, Joyce. I love you.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh my gosh. Now we know who you are, Joyce. Thank you for coming. I want to, you reminded me of something, and I want to just say a couple of things just in case people need to get off and, we can stay on a little bit longer. So it's really important that and there is an acknowledgement in the book, and for those people who aren't on this call and who might be listening to this, and for any single person that was ever, ever, ever in this consortium since 2015, your voice is in this book. Your heart is in this book. And we've done our best to acknowledge it, but I really wanted to have that put out tonight, that it's not just the co-authors, it's not just the field advisors, it's the people that showed up on the call and went through what they went through. See, you can't get through this experience of working as a consortium without meeting yourself. And that is really the monumental piece of this work. Because when faced with 12 other one, bye Kalima, we'll be speaking, I'll get to you tomorrow. When faced with 12 other people and the spirit guides and the land deva and all of it, it is a request to the universe to rise. It is a request to the universe to be able to stand tall and trust yourself. And in this book, there was one chapter that didn't get laid in until the very, very, very end. I knew it was coming, but it wasn't the right time. And it's a chapter on deep knowing. The shift from trusting yourself into that relationship of being one with the universal consciousness, and really trusting that. And there's a vibration that comes with that. And that really, to me, that chapter wove it together, that understanding. And so it's very important to acknowledge every single person that ever showed up, that ever had trouble inside of that consortium, because it is not easy to work with a collective. There are various opinions, and you're going to hear Shanti Hart's amazing story of really beginning to understand the power of heart resonance and the ability to feel to move out of old patterns, so that thread, that golden thread, can move us as one into the highest potential of all. So I just wanted to say that. And I also, given the time, I want to let people know that it doesn't end here. It doesn't end with reading the book by yourself. There's more to come. And one of the things that has come up that we felt would be really fun and informative and support your work in the world is, we're going to, the beginning of June, we're going to start what we're calling a Wayfinders book club, so to speak. And is explained in the book, what about being a wayfinder. But that we will read 2 chapters, probably something like every 2 weeks, and come together every 2 weeks if you can, at a very totally affordable price, really affordable. And that we will, because there's going to be things that you read in this book that you're going to want to go apply it in your own life. Well, hold on, what are you talking about? Or how do you do this? Or what do you mean by the first harmonic? And how does that shift to the second harmonic of Earth Heart Resonance? So so the co-authors want to invite you in to an experience. And we're looking at, if there's 12 chapters every other week, we're thinking of starting it on June 3rd, but we'll let you know. But if you go, we'll put make sure that you're connected through evolutionarydowsing.com. So it's just www.evolutionarydowsing.com. Go in and put your name in, and you'll stay informed of what's happening and where you can sign up. And you can go to the website, and if you go to the Sacred Evolutionary Dowsing Consortium, and click under that is the book, you'll see where to find that information. So just wanted you to know that, take myself off spotlight, that we want you to come and participate and share with others. And this is really to create a larger field of how you can create your own groups. And that's really the bottom line, empowering group resonance. Because when we work together, as everyone was saying here tonight, that there's a magic that happens. So with that, if people need to go, feel free to pop up. Oh, wait a minute. Let's have Heidi's song. And then whoever can stay on, I'll stay on. And if the co-authors can stay on if they want. Nancy, yes, go ahead, pop in.
I just wanted to say that just from knowing Shelley and having Shelley open up the world of dowsing for me has been so amazing that even though I don't know many of you, I've heard many of your names, and I do feel like I'm a part of this book. I just am so excited just to be part of the spirit of holding the light on the outskirts for all of you. So I just wanted to say hi.
Thank you, Nancy Chaconis, she really began the what do we call it? The Darling Dowsing Detectives. More on that later. Thanks, Nance. Awesome. All right. So Heidi, why don't you do your song, and then we'll stay on if people have questions. We were opening this up for questions and answers, so we'll continue to do that. I'll stay on until people are ready to get off and all those questions are answered. And yeah, so Heidi, feel free to bring your song in right now, and that will allow people to leave if they need to leave.
Yes, it's first of all, I want to say thank you so much, because I just really feel that the work that you're doing, I don't know much about dowsing or what it's about, but I feel that it's really like calls to the heart, and it calls to a spiritual higher calling of where we are on this planet and how to work with those energies. And I can't wait to read the book. First of all, did you say that you're going to do a raffle for who's on the call?
Oh, yes. Well, you do your song, and I have a screen. I'll take a screenshot of everyone, and I will put every name in a bucket and pick one. Unless Nalasa, you can whip it together right now. Okay.
I don't think so, but I do want to put a quick shout out for the raffle. The whole idea was to get reviews on Amazon and to get people here as well. And so we are going to, I was thinking the other night, what?
We'll have two raffles, one for the
Yeah,
book.
we'll have two raffles, one for everyone that's here, and then also one for reviews on Amazon. So I just wanted to say that. And I think we're going to wait until we probably have like 50 reviews, and then we'll pick a raffle. So everyone, we would love your voice. I think you can actually make, you don't need to, you can say what name you want listed. It doesn't need to be your real name. When you leave reviews, I was going and playing around with it. So I think it doesn't necessarily need to be tracked to you, but you can double check that for anonymity. But anyway, reviews would be great. And then once we have a certain number, we will pick another raffle, and you can be a winner of that or something else. So of the book or something else.
Or you can have an hour session with with the one of the co-authors of your choice. Anyway, okay, let's have that song so people can go if they need to go.
Okay. It's called Feel the Song, Don't You Worry, Little Darling. Don't you worry, little darling. You will find your song. Make it simple, make it yours. Others will sing along. Feel the song within you move along. Let it take you where you belong. Listen deeply, listen long. Let it fill you and make you strong.
Thank you, Heidi. Beautiful, beautiful. I thank you. And it's funny, Gail, that you just put the your heart up because would you like to share anything? You just came, Gail was just at the Dowsers, White Mountain Dowsers. I was there, I think yesterday or Sunday. And I don't know, you've been introduced to the consortium, been introduced to evolutionary dowsing. I don't know if you want to share anything. I think she's passing. All right. Anybody else feeling? All right. Pop in. Now's your opportunity. Thank you, Marty. All right. So here's the thing. We'll do the raffle. I will let you know. I've taken a screenshot of everyone who's here and I know who's left. And we will do that for tonight. I just got my case of books. And it's just so that you know, there is you will find the ebook now, and the full colored book. And then there also, because there was an issue with Australia being able to sell the colored books, there is a black and white version for $22. And hopefully we'll see you in the book club if you want to come and play. You can always get the replay. Nicole, love you. I can't wait to talk to you and hear more about those foster children. Oh my gosh. Amazing. All right. So, well, thank you everyone for joining. We'll see you. Much love. I'm going to start up. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Much love. Stay connected in the Sacred Evolutionary Dowsing Consortium community on Facebook. And if you don't want to use Facebook, let me know because we'll stay in touch through email. All right. Over and out. Much love.